Very few people are able to take those toughest things they've faced in life and turn that into a strength. Now, some of you have seen her on Oprah because she was willing not only to be strong with the broken places, but she sat down on Oprah and shared her strength at her broken places. And we're going to witness that now. Please welcome Rena Romano.
Thank you, Dave. When I was a teenager, my mom had a favorite saying, and it was, "Rena, to thy own self be true." But as a typical teenager, whenever she said that to me, I would say something utterly intelligent like, "Whatever." But honestly, I didn't understand what she was telling me until many, many years later. Now let me take you back about 25 years ago. I was attending a networking event. I was with my new boss, and my new job was in construction sales. I was selling drainage products. So this meant that I would be going out on construction sites. Now this particular night, coming from the corporate world, I was a little overdressed. I had a navy blue skirt on, cut just above the knees, with a matching blazer. Well, my new boss and I were standing there talking, and he looks at me and then he says, "Rena, see that lady across the room?" Well, I look, and there she stood, 6'2", eyes of blue, long blonde flowing hair. It was Barbie in the flesh. Yes, she was gorgeous. She looked like a model. She was absolutely beautiful. But I noticed something about her. She was dressed a little sexy for this event, and her skirt was much shorter than mine. Well, we continued talking, and I say, "Yeah, I see her." He says, "Well, Rena, meet your competition." I'm like, "Oh, okay." He says, "And by the way, you see that skirt she's wearing? That's what I want you to wear to work." Oh, yes, he did. He did. He went there. Oh, I was in such shock. I don't even know if I responded to him, okay? I was fuming mad. And I'm thinking, there's no way I could wear that out in the field. I was so mad. I went home that night and I tossed and I turned. I didn't get any sleep that night. The next day, I go into my sales manager's office and I told him what happened. And he was a good old boy. And he said, and he turned out to be a great mentor too. He said, "Rena, well, what do you want to do? You want to wear that skirt?" "No, sir, I do not. The men don't dress like that. They wear cowboy boots and jeans and company polo shirts. I don't want to look like that." Calmly, "Well, good for you, Rena. Because you want to be happy and successful in this life, girl, you got to be true to yourself." He's been talking to my mom. I know it. All of a sudden, he jumps up and we march down to HR. He grabs me a couple of polo shirts. Of course they're too big, they're men's size. He says, "Take these, get them altered, we'll pay for it." Then he scribbled something down on a piece of paper. And I looked at it. It was an address to a Western wear store. He said, "Now, you go out and you get you a pair of cowgirl boots and some Wranglers, and you meet me back here tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock sharp." Yes, sir! I was so excited. The next day, we spent the whole day out in the field, calling on clients, all day long. We even visited some clients that we had lost to Barbie. Well, I spent the next couple of weeks just studying all the products that we sold. I even went out in the field and I installed some of the products with the men. Yes, I did. And you want to hear something really glamorous? I learned how to read blueprints. Oh, yes, I did. It was exciting. I loved my new job. I loved it. I have to tell you, about a couple of months in, I was getting really discouraged. You see, because every sales call that I went on, it seemed like Barbie had just been there. Yeah, and she got the sale. I was so discouraged, but wanting to throw in the towel. I'm not a quitter. I'm a fighter. I had one call left at the end of the day. I said, well, I got to do 100% sales calls today. I put on a big old smile, put my shoulders back, lift my head high, and I walked into this ex-client's office. I walk in, all of a sudden, Rena, am I so glad to see you? Barbie was just here. That girl doesn't have a clue what's going on. I got a serious problem out in the field, and I think you can help me. Well, we jump in his truck, we go out to the field, I assess the problem. I had the perfect solution, the perfect product, and I made the sale. Woohoo! Yes. Now let me tell you, Barbie had a couple of assets going for her, if you know what I mean. Yes. Woo, yes. But she failed to study the product. She failed to study the business. And then after a while, she just couldn't deliver. Her sales started to decrease, mine started to increase. And it finally dawned on me what Mom was trying to tell me those many years ago. If you want to be happy and successful, be true to yourself. Never compromise who you are or what you believe in for anyone or anything. Mom was right. To thy own self be true. Now I bet you're wondering what happened to Barbie. Well, after 6 months she quit. Good for her. She went back into modeling. She was a model. Yeah. But you know what? I discovered that had I worn that skirt, I would not have been true to myself. Excuse me. Had I worn that skirt, I would not have exceeded my yearly goal in just 8 months of employment. Had I worn that skirt, I would not have been the top sales producer for 2 years in a row. Woohoo! Yes. Yes. I absolutely know it. Now, if you're like me and you like getting sleep at night, I want to encourage you today. Never, ever compromise who you are or what you believe in for anybody or anything. Because what I've discovered on this journey is that success doesn't bring happiness. Happiness brings success. Thank you.
Thank you, Rena.